Among all the European major cities, Helsinki might get the least buzz. This place is known for its close to Arctic temperature, so it's not the best place if you love to skinny dip and bask under the sunlight. But if a tranquil environment, unique history, and world-class cuisine are all that you want, then you should definitely not miss this place. Number 10. Hop on a tram. If you want to experience one of the most iconic tram rides in your life, then you should come to Helsinki. The city's tram system works really well, and it ranks among the best in the continent. Taking a tram ride here is definitely one of the best ways to interact with the locals, and it can actually allow you to discover many of the city's hidden parts. You can just go to the Helsinki Central Station and take one of the available routes to get to different parts of the city. Route 2 is the most popular option for sightseeing, but if you want to see the best architecture within the city, then you should take Route 4. Don't worry about changing the route midway because you can always go back to the central station. Number 9. Walk around Kallio. Over the past few years, the Kallio neighborhood has transformed itself into one of the hippest locations in the city. Students and young creatives gather here to have a bargain meal, enjoy a night out, and meet new people. To reach this place, you can Route 3 tram or hop on a metro to Hakaniemi or Sornenen. Many people hang out here because the price of foods and beverages in Kallio differs greatly from the rest of the city. You can enjoy a decent meal with a cup of coffee for under 10 euros in some of the cafes. Visitors can also find some of the cheapest bars in the city. If you prefer a less crowded ambiance, you can participate in an open mic or poetry event. Number 8. Hit the museums. If seeing age-long collections and learning about them is your forte, then Helsinki will spoil you. The National Museum of Finland, for example, will give you a peek at the country's cultural heritage. You can also find anything from examples of Helsinki's architecture to prehistoric artifacts to a door with Civil War-era bullet holes. The Suomenlinna Museum is another must-visit destination when you're in the city. Here you can learn the 260-year history of the fortress through the available guided tour. You can also go to the Military Museum's Manege, which was once an important military base for the Finnish army. The finely preserved uniforms will impress military nerds. Number 7. Relax in a park. You don't have to drive an hour to get in touch with nature in Helsinki because the city has a lot of unbelievably verdant parks. This means that wherever you are in the city, you can just walk for a few minutes and have yourself surrounded by dense and thriving greens in one of the beautiful public parks and gardens. The Esplanade Park is one of the most renowned parks, not only in the city, but in the whole country as well. People come here to have a picnic and watch street performers. There are rows of linden trees and tree-lined flower beds that show the park's architectural style. The Cathedral Botanic Garden is another touristy park that's close to the city center. Number 6. Visit the cathedrals. Finnish are predominantly Christians, which is why it's not hard to find churches and cathedrals when you visit this country, including in Helsinki. These places are without a doubt made for worship. However, even if you don't hold to the same faith, you can still come to one of them and marvel at their unique architecture. The most important one is the Helsinki Cathedral, which is the national symbol that's used for special occasions. It was built in the neoclassical style and is surrounded by zinc statues of the 12 apostles. The Tempeliakian Church is another great destination. It has a cave-like appearance, and it's famous for its acoustics. Number 5. Go on a food tour. Helsinki has long been known as a silence-loving community, especially if you compare it to its neighbors. But things are slowly changing, and we can see through the city's thriving culinary scene. Many chefs and professionals have moved here to continue their culinary careers, and this is one of the reasons you should go on a food tour in Helsinki. Restaurant Palace is one of the most prominent eateries in town. It received a Michelin star in 1987, and it's dubbed the pioneer of Finnish gastronomy. Another must-visit restaurant in Helsinki is Grand. This restaurant not only uses organic and seasonal products, but also uses wild ingredients which make the menu unique. Number 4. Discover art galleries. Helsinki is also home to a lot of contemporary artists, so you should at least visit one of the galleries here. The greatest thing about visiting an art gallery here is that there's no admission fee involved, making it a very affordable and enjoyable activity to spend your time. Also, each gallery has its own theme, so none of them are alike. Not far from the old church, you can find the Helsinki Contemporary, which always has fresh exhibitions. If you prefer to enjoy large-scale exhibitions, you can go to Gallery Forsblom. The gallery's collection features works from both Finnish and international artists, and most are centered around sculpture and painting. Number 3. Join an Archipelago tour. Joining an Archipelago tour is one of the best ways to spend your time if you have several days to explore Helsinki. There are a lot of tours available, but all of them start from the market square. The thing is, there's no tour available in the winter, so make sure you come here during summer if you want to join one. The City Highlights cruise will take you along the city's shorelines. You'll have a different perspective on the public parks and summer cafes. The guided tour will also teach you about interesting urban areas, which include the Kalasatama and Kru Nouveau Renranta residential districts. The after-work cruise is also available for an evening boat ride. Number 2. Have a sauna session. A trip to Helsinki will never be complete without a sauna session. Lucky for you, the city has an array of public and private sauna places that can cater to any taste. It's also a good way to have some conversations with the locals. The Finns believe that a sauna is an excellent way to unwind after a long day of work. To experience the traditional Finnish sauna experience, you can go to Sauna Hermanni. It's one of the oldest public saunas in Helsinki, and it also provides guests with cupping and massage services. If you prefer a more modern setting, then Usi Sauna can also be a great alternative. This sauna-restaurant combo has separate areas for men and women. Number 1. Enjoy street art and performance. It might be surprising for many, but Helsinki has brought us some of the most artsy neighborhoods on the planet. The city's attitude toward this kind of art has become more positive in the last decade. Thus, it's become more common for locals and visitors to come across the work of street artists and collectives in the walls around the city. There's even an official map that tells us where to find the most impressive graffiti paintings. Bana, for example, is an area near the central station with an endless array of street art. Many of them are located under bridges. The Ida Pasila is another prominent graffiti spot. This is where the Galleria was once located, which is the birthplace of the city's street art scene. The takeaway. Being comprised of more than 300 islands, Helsinki is a unique destination for travelers looking for serenity and tranquility. The city is bordered by lush forests and is adorned by numerous natural lakes. Whether you prefer to stay in the downtown area to feel its modernity or rent a lakeside cabin so you can explore the wilderness, this city surely has something to offer. The most important thing to remember when you're planning a visit to the stadi is to time your visit carefully. Pick the wrong month and you can end up getting yourself caught in the middle of a cold and dark winter. Usually the best time to come to this city is in May. During this time, the city can get quite warm, making it comfortable to stroll around its streets. Guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the best restaurants in Helsinki as well. See you in the next video.